So with this recent Christmas, I purchased the Lowrance Elite-5 HDI. I have a Hobie Revolution 13, which is Lowrance ready. And I'll be honest with you, the instructions are minimal and they are not really user-friendly to just figure it out on your own. So I thought I'd try to make a little video on my own installation process. What you see here is the transducer, which comes in the box, the power cable, a handful of installation guides and manuals, which I consider myself a fairly intelligent guy. These are, in my opinion, practically useless. Inside the Lowrance box is also an inline fuse for a 3 amp standard automobile size fuse, and the mounting bracket for the transducer, and obviously the unit itself. A couple of things that were not included with the Lowrance fish finder that I've got out here on the table. This is a small kit of various grommets that came with my Hobie Kayak, and up until tonight I had absolutely no idea what they were going to be used for, but I'll walk you through them. I also picked up a ram mount. I opted for the slightly heavier duty version, in that I am in a kayak. I don't want this thing swinging side to side and getting knocked around. I also opted for a small 8 amp battery and a neoprene cover for the screen. All said and done, I think this is well worth the value. I paid a relatively good price, considering I got this unit on sale, and we are going to see what I can do here to get all this installed on my Hobie. As I mentioned, I've got the Hobie Revolution 13 Lowrance ready. As you can see by the condition of the kayak, this is something I use on a regular basis. This is not a brand new out of the store or outfitter kind of kayak. And to be Lowrance ready, there's a few things built into this kayak that the standard Hobie does not have. If you'll take note, right here, there's a small port built in. The same thing is on the other side. Toward the back of the kayak, behind the seat, there's a small port right here as well. And if you flip it up on its side, you'll see there's a slot right there built for the Lowrance transducer mount. I'm not making any modifications to the hull whatsoever. As a matter of fact, the only modifications to the kayak itself will be a couple of small drill and screw holes, which will go right along here near my rod holders. So the first thing to do, flip that Hobie kayak upside down, remove this Lowrance ready cover from underneath the kayak. There are 3 small Phillips head screws to be removed. They come out pretty easily, they're pretty short, nothing necessary more than a small Phillips screwdriver. Once you get those 3 screws out, this cover pops right off, and what you'll do is use the pieces inside to mount this bracket right inside here. This bracket is what's used to hold the transducer in place. I fumbled with those parts for a minute, but it's one Phillips head screw, machine screw, going straight through to the other side with a nylon insert nut, lock nut. There's a couple of almost butterfly looking brackets on either side that allow it to slide up and down. It took me a minute to get those in there, so I did that off camera. This is still fairly adjustable because I haven't tightened it up yet. But you want the cord, as you can see, passing through here. You can go ahead and lock that in. Spin it around. Tighten it down. Now as you tighten this down, like I said, Phillips head screw, 3/8 inch lock nut on the other end. As you tighten it down, keep an eye on right here. Make sure that these pieces are fit together properly. They're little teeth all the way around.